Greetings, ladies and gents. This is Ilzy from Heathen Scent. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. And we've got a review for you today for, a new fragrance in my collection. Not quite a new fragrance. This one actually came out in 2014. And this one is Bulgari Men in Black. And this one, the nose that actually made this fragrance was Alberto Marias, and he is a legend in the fragrance world. He actually made every single flanker of the Man collection. Starting from Man, then you've got Glacial Essence, you have got Men in Black Orient, Men in Black Limited, let me see, Wood Essence, Wood Neroli. So, there's definitely a number of flankers in this line. And I've only really sort of tried a couple of the other ones, but this one so far has been my favorite. I have tried like the Glacial Essence, but that one's just definitely not for me. But anyway, moving on from there, this was actually gifted to me by my partner, Vanessa, and I like to say, thank you very much, baby. Really appreciate it. You had absolutely spoiled me because this thing is amazing. Okay, so let's start off with the top notes. So we have got a spices accord, a rum accord. We've also got tobacco out of the heart. We have got a leather accord. We've also got iris, tuberose. And at the base we have got tonka bean, guaiac wood, and benzoin. Now, it's not really like a complex amount of notes, which is really good. So it's actually quite clear. Now, in the opening, I'm getting a nice sort of like it smells like an earthy spiced rum. Obviously the rum accord with the spices and like that tobacco notes. They're really sort of. The tobacco note really sort of gives that sort of earthiness to it. And then under that, you've got that leather accord, which doesn't really sort of come through too strong, but it gives a bit of a robustness at the top. And then the iris and the tuberose. Now the iris, I think it comes through a bit more than the tuberose. It has that lipsticky sort of smell to it, the iris itself. But it doesn't really sort of come out ridiculously, but it does really sort of lend a little bit of a little bit more body to those spices and that rum. Now, at the base, you do have that tonka bean and that guaiac wood and the benzoin. So basically, the benzoin sort of and the tonka bean really sort of lend some sweetness and some resiny sort of texture to the whole fragrance. It really keeps it robust. And I'm getting a good, I'd say about half an hour to an hour of those top notes, but it's funny though, because of the fact that you've got those other notes under it, like you've got those tuberose and the iris and just basically the notes under it, that sort of lends that more sweetness through the whole fragrance, and it almost feels linear. You can almost not tell those top notes were gone. I think it was just basically with the spices. Once the spices sort of leave, you kind of get that little bit of a transition, and it becomes a little bit softer, but it still is quite sweet. I mean, like the whole fragrance itself, it is quite boozy. It's definitely one of those nighttime sort of scents. Really, colder weather. Well, I mean, like the last fragrance I did was a colder weather one, but when it comes down to it, in Australia, especially around Sydney at the moment, it is like getting a little bit colder, and soon enough we're going to be having autumn. So why not pick up one of these? It's perfect timing for it, if anything. And once it gets down to those middle notes, it sort of starts getting a little bit closer to the skin. I'd say probably around the 4 or 5 hour mark, it really starts sort of getting closer to the skin, drying down. And I'd say it seems to last about a good between 7 to 8 hours on my skin. And it's, for like an EDP honestly, I find that's a really good duration. You know, it'll get you through a whole work day, you know, for a whole date or whatever else. And, you know, it does job really well. The projection I'm getting on this, you know, it's nothing too beastly. It's not like, you know, some of these niche fragrances, but, you know, it does well. I'm getting a good, like, you know, meter and a half at most. So in terms of like versatility of this fragrance, I see it more of a masculine type of scent, but you know, along with like the sweetness and the spices in there, you can really sort of go both ways. To be honest, I mean, as far as I understand, like I've been told this apparently smells like it was Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb and Spice Bomb Extreme. Although like I haven't really sort of had too much experience with those, so I can't really say much. But look, if you like those fragrances, like those two fragrances, I'm sure you'll love this. You know, if that's what the talk of the town is. So this has been my review on Bulgari Men in Black. So please hit the like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get more of these videos to your feed. I hope you have a great day, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Let's start off with the notes. We've got the top notes of... Now I just have to remember them. We have top notes of... Blah! Oh, sorry, heart notes. Ah, really? Ah. What have we got? Ah! At the base we have got tonka bean,